Celi's Kitchen live this morning, guys. So I just want to welcome everyone to my live show this morning. Oh, my doors are still open. We keep it real in here. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna start out this morning by making some tea, of course. And this morning I have a big surprise for you. Normally I would post what I'm cooking. So this is a pleasant surprise. So this morning, guys, I am cooking some African food. Last week I had a catering and I did some jollof rice, and I'm sure everybody ate it all off because based on reports that I got that the rice was delicious and the rice was gone in no time at the event. So I decided that I'm going to start incorporating other dishes from other countries in Celi's Kitchen, so you guys can have ideas how to prepare different dishes, easy dishes. So today, I didn't peel the plantains yet, but I'm gonna be making some plantain fufu. Yes, some plantain fufu. For those of you who are familiar with African food, fufu is one of their staple that they eat with different proteins, chicken, fish, turkey, whatever their proteins are. Beans, which is one of their main proteins. So they always incorporated some kind of starch, which is called fufu. Alrighty, so I'm gonna be making plantain fufu from scratch. I'm not gonna be making it in the mortar because I don't have one. So I'm gonna make it an easier way that I was taught by another African friend. Because for those of you who know, I know, I'm familiar with a few African friends in the past, and that's how I learned how to make certain African dishes like jollof rice, peanut butter soup, to name a few, the pine nut soup, the palm nut soup, or the pine nut soup. I know how to make those. Good morning, Miss Joycey. Good morning, everyone. All right, some water hot already, guys. And I was contemplating making the ginger milk tea as against my liver cleanse tea. So I made a decision and decided to go with the milk tea because I don't know, I like things kind of creamy. Yeah, and I only have 2 left, so I should throw it a box soon. So today, guys, I am also giving away a whole set of bar towels. It's 6 of them in the pack. And I'm giving away 2 more of these scented candles. So I got 2 other fragrances here. This is iced lemon bread flavor, and it smells amazing. So if you're frying fish and you're burning this in your house while you're frying the fish, ooh, they smell good. And this one is a coffee and walnut cake fragrance. Very, very good. And it's in a Pyrex, mini Pyrex dish. So after the candle is all burnt out, guys, you could scrape it out. And you could use this in your kitchen. You could bake in it. You could do a lot of things. Yeah. And it's a nice little cute, I like gadgets and stuff in my kitchen. All right. So I'm going to go with the ginger milk tea. And good morning, Audrey, Stephanie, June. So far I've seen on Facebook, Georgette, Miss Joycey. Good morning from Jamaica. How is Jamaica? How is the heat? It cold out a door over here, so wish I was there to enjoy some of that heat. All right, so my water is already hot, so just gonna pour some hot water on this, and the creamer that Audrey gave me, I am going to be using a little bit of that in it because it's a ginger milk tea, so I could add some collagen to it, just a scoop. All right, throw that in the corner. So let me mix my tea and then get the ball rolling. So I did not know what to incorporate in my fufu this morning, because when they're serving fufu in Africa, they normally have some kind of stew, like stew chicken, stew fish, and they mix up fish and chicken and pork and everybody in it. I'm not into that craziness. Nah, I'm not eat all of that. I don't want them kind of food there. So I decided to make my own creation of a mixture. I might not mix them together. It all depends on if my head take me while I cook. So over here, I have some sweet Italian chicken sausage from Premio, which I already took 2 out. And I wanted the real Callaloo, but I just couldn't find any. So I got this one in the can. They say this is pretty good. It looks good. It says it's tropical isle Callaloo garden vegetable chopped in salted water. And I also have a can of vegetarian beans. I don't want to keep it too long in the can. As a matter of fact, you know what? Don't want to poison myself. Let me take them out of the can. Because, you know, Jamaicans always say, we don't want to get slow poison. So let me take it out of the can to be on the safe side. And I have also a can of Heinz vegetarian beans. So I'm going to be cooking up the vegetarian beans with the chicken sausage. And then I might just cook the Callaloo by itself. I don't want to combine both. But I'll be serving both along with the fufu. That's the good part. All right. Let me wash. So, alrighty. So let me take 2 more sips off of my tea and get the ball rolling because a big cooking I go on in here today. Good morning, Carlene. I see you. I see you on YouTube. Welcome to the live. I see June and Georgette and Miss Joycey. Good morning. All right, we take 2 more sips. I know some tea always are cold, you know. And but I have to make the tea on the live when the live start. But after the live done, I have to warm it up. Sometimes I not dash it. May I be honest. Anyway, the tomato them are roll off for the cutting board, but you know my counter is clean. All right, so let me peel the plantains because we have to get that out of the way. And how I see they do the plantain, guys, they don't put no seasoning in it. It just blah. I'm saying no salmon enough I can't eat that. But let's see. It might just taste good. Because you know back home when we fry plantain and press it, we'll put like a butter and we'll sprinkle like a salt. Although salt not good for some way. Hey. I normally put on my gloves, but I not put on my gloves to peel the plantain. I wash my hands before the show starts. But I should have washed it on live so you guys can see it. All right, so 1 plantain down. Another plantain to go. Normally, guys, you know, I normally prep my stuff. But for some reason this morning, I decided not to prep anything. It was just I wouldn't say lazy morning, but it was just one of those mornings. You know, it was just one of those mornings. You know, one thing I hated, guys, to peel banana in Jamaica. Because when you peel banana and them black, Jesus, if it's something I hate. But when we come to America and we start to cook green banana, we cook it in the skin. We don't know nothing about black up hand no more. All right, so I'm down to my last plantain. So guys, are the first time I make fufu. I made fufu in the past, but I've never made it on live. And let's see if it will come out good. I normally make the yam fufu, the white yam fufu, or I make the cornmeal fufu. But I've never made the plantain one on live. So let's see. All right. Let me scrape them skin on one side of the sink. Let's leave these cans right on the side. Dry my hands. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut up the plantain in little squares, medium-sized squares. Good morning, Judith. What Audrey said? Me still late cooking at the skin. Me still eat cooking in the skin. Oh, Alrighty, I hear you. Good morning, good morning, good morning for all who is just joining in on the live. All right, guys, so I'm gonna add a cup and a half of water because I wanted to follow the recipe. Somebody pointed out something to me. They said when you're cooking on live, you just throw stuff in the pot and you don't measure it. So if we want to follow the recipe, how are we gonna know what amount of water, what amount of this or that to put? So I'm gonna try my endeavor best to measure as much as possible, you know. So I'm going to use a cup and a half of water. And this cup is a cup and a half measurement. You don't want to use a lot and some. All right. So I have a cup and a half of water. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to cut these up in pieces and drop them in the blender. So 2 plantains done, 1 more to go. So let me turn on my stove. Because we have to put it in a hot pot. No water in the pot. It's like how you make turn camelina, guys. It's kind of similar. Same concept. Same concept. Same exact concept. All right. So I'm going to blend away. Guys, I think it wants a little bit more water. You know, we keep it real up in here. So I'm adding the rest of the water in the bottle. I said a cup and a half, maybe a cup and 3/4 will do. And it all depends on the size of the plantain too. Because, you know, sometimes some plantain bigger than some. Everything is nice and smooth, and my pot is getting hot over here. I have a small paddle which I'm going to be using to stir the pot. I also have a wooden spoon as well, so I'll be using actually both. You know what, I think I'll work well with the spoon than the paddle because it's kind of square. What Audrey said, I'm never tired of making fufu. Oh, Audrey, know if I make fufu, I forgot to say you're from some African realm or have African friends. Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Cuz. All right, so what I'm dang. Why? All right, you stay right there. So you want to fall upon the ground. All right, go in on the sink. All right, guys, so the pot is hot. You have to make sure that your pot is very hot. Normally, those African people, they use something similar to a Dutch pot, right, Audrey? Or they use something looking like a calabash, which can take heat, and you would see them have the thing over the heat, the wood fire, and they're you know, mixing away. So I'm gonna be mixing away on my stove top because I'm gonna have wood fire. I'm gonna have none of them kind of pot there, which I'm gonna invest in a one. I'm gonna look online, or if I have, you know, can get in touch with any of my African friends, I will just you know, reach out to them and ask them to get it for me. Alrighty, so hold on. I think my YouTube people can't see my stove. I'm just gonna kind of turn this for them because I'm using a rotating camera this morning, guys. Oh God, I don't know why I chose to use the rotating camera this morning. It's rotating at its own pace. So it's supposed to follow me anywhere I go, but it's turning in its own direction. All right, let me just leave it. Let me just leave it I'm rotating the stand and everything so everybody can see what I'm doing. All right. It's not rotating properly. Let me try. Because I'm standing in front of it, it's rotating in the direction where I'm standing. All right. Let's hope it rotates to the stove. Come on. Guys, my camera is giving me a little issue. All right. I forced and rotated to the stove. All right, good. Now you guys can see. All right, great. All right, you know we keep it real in the kitchen. All right, so my pot is hot, so I'm just going to pour this mixture in. I'm going to try and get everything out of the blender. No one waste nothing, you know. Because this thing too precious. Let me catch some water so the blender not get dry out. So guys, the stirring process starts. So we have to start stirring as soon as we throw this in the pot. Don't worry if it looks like it's lumping, because eventually it's gonna get to the right consistency. And you have to use medium to low heat. You can't use high heat because it will burn and it will spoil and it won't come out the right way. So I'm just gonna stir and stir and stir, just like you're making porridge. But it's only that you don't add water in this one in the pot first, or liquid. So I'm just gonna stir away. Just gonna keep stirring. The stirring process is gonna be a while. Them always say patient man ride donkey, right? So we have to have some patience this morning with our fufu, with our African food. So I'm just gonna keep stirring until it gets to the consistency where it looks gummy. Right, Audrey? It's gonna have a gummy texture, stretchy, more on a stretchy texture. So you just have to keep stirring the whole time. I'm tired already. Jesus. No, sir, them African people are strong, you know, because them full of energy. I'm tired already for stir. Boy, it fell off and dropped down. I'm tired already for stir this thing here. No, sir. And what I find, guys, they don't season the fufu. They don't put no seasoning in it whatsoever. She said, sticky McCarley. Yes, it's supposed to get to a sticky consistency. Because when it gets to that consistency, as Audrey says, sticky, it's telling you that it's cooked. It's cooked. When it gets to the cooked texture, it has a sticky consistency. Lord, I'm tired already. So you just have to keep stirring. This is the hardest part of this meal this morning. Boy, may I tell you, me not lie. And it's not no racist comment, but black people have it hard from a long time, from slavery days. We never have life easy. Anything we wanted, even the preparation of our food, we have to work hard. After them done working at the field for the whole day, hot and tired and whatever, them have to come home, come cook. Well, the ladies used to stay home and take care of the family, and the men used to go out and work. But some of the ladies had to go to the field too to plant like rice, potatoes, whatever. And they still had to come home and take care of the family. And they had the older kids taking care of the smaller ones too. So we have life rough all these 300 years, 300 odd years. All right, let me turn up the fire a little more, because this looks like it'll take too long for cook. I may get impatient already. Guys, the stirring process is long. Woo! I think it started coming together because I started to feel a little stickiness. It was more on the watery side, but I started to feel it getting tighter. And that's telling me that it's cooking. Let me turn up the fire a little bit more. So look at the consistency, guys. Remember, it was almost liquid when I put it in the pot. So it's getting there. Oops. It is getting there. I start to feel the stiffness. Can't make it burn. Audrey said, ha 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 ha, why are you laughing? We work, but it tastes good. Nothing like our food. For real. Nothing like our food. And I'm not bashing other national dishes, but me not lie. If you go out a road and you carry out a survey, right? And you check between the 3 boroughs or the 4 boroughs. Come here, it's a Connecticut a part of the tri-state. If you check how many Caribbean restaurants, especially Jamaican restaurants there is, you can't even count them. Even the one that can't cook good enough, them have big restaurants. But people just like how Jamaican food tastes. There's something about our food. It's the seasoning that we use. It's the passion. It's the consistency of the taste. Woo! Why? Guys, man, hot me. This gets stiff. It gets stiff on me. Why? The thing start get gummy, Audrey. Woo! Oh! We need a big paddle. I have a big paddle in now, but it's not working at this little pot. Woo! I'm tired. Hi, I'm not happy. Oh no, no, love. Please, this live is real. This needs to turn a reel on my live. I need to turn this part of my life into a reel for real. Woo! It got to the gummy stage, guys. Look. See? Got to the gummy stage. Just a little bit more rubbing so it's cooked. I can smell the cookness of it. It's around no more. See? I could show you guys what it looks like. Look at this. All a pot of goo. And they don't put salt or anything in it. They eat it just like that with whatever protein they prepare, because the protein is so well seasoned. I think what it does, it balances out the taste of the blandness of it with whatever you eat it with. All right, guys, I think it's cooking on. It cook, because this is the texture it should have, right? Right, Audrey, is this the right texture? She said you need twine. Yes, we need twine to come mix this with me. All right, guys, I think it's ready. It's definitely ready, no doubt about it. So, in order to have a nice presented fufu on a plate, right? What they do, they put it in a cellophane wrap. So you wrap it, you twine it, you leave it to cool for 5-10 minutes. So while it's cooling, while it's in that cooling process, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be cooking up the sausage and the baked beans and the callaloo. So the cooling process is getting it together. So it's homogenized now, but just to get it looking like a real fufu. So I don't know how much fufu I'm gonna make out of this. Maybe 3. Because I 3 planted, me use 3 servings. All right. Rinse my paddle again. I need like a space. All right. So guys, I need to move this over. So I have some heavy duty food service cellophane wrap, which I use for my caterings. So what I'm gonna do I'm just gonna slap some in the cellophane wrap. Why this acting? I'm gonna know how I'm gonna do it, but this is what I plan on doing. So I'm just gonna scoop some of this goo, this hot, nice goo, in this cellophane right here. And then I'm just gonna rip this off and just wrap this bad boy up. So I'm not making no big old fufu, I'm making like small ones. So how they do it, they twist it like this and they leave it in a bowl to cool. So I'm gonna leave it on this plate. Or I could rest it on the counter for now. All right, let's do another one. I'm trying to do at least 3, guys. I'm trying to do at least 3. Don't want to waste nothing out of this pot here. So I get a big scoop right here. Want to get all the goo out. Now waste nothing. All right, where's my spoon rest? Okay, let me just rip this right here. And then we have another fufu right here. You have an ear doing later, I know. I tell you some African. You come give me African food for. All right, so we have another fufu right here, guys. So I'm going to make a third one. So we have a little bit of goo left in the pot. And we don't want to waste anything. I'm scraping even the sides because we don't want to waste anything that's left in the pot. I'm scraping out every single bit of the plantain fufu. All right, so let's do this. Boy, you have to have skills when you come in here, you know. Because if you don't have skills, you make blunders. All right. So we get every bit of fufu out of the pot. All right. So we have 3 fufus right here. Boy, guys, the other 2 look bigger than it. I never measure it properly, but it's okay. As long as we have 3 fufus. So I have 3 plantain fufus resting on this plate right here, ready to eat. And now I'm gonna make the protein or whatever we're gonna eat with it. Because you know, in Africa they call those meat in these sauces soup. They call everything soup, but it's not soup this morning for me. It's more like a stew or like a cook-up. All right, let me catch some water in this pot. All right. So on this cutting board right here, guys, let me remove this. I'm going to be using this pot just to fry my chicken sausage, which is real chicken in a casing. That's already seasoned, and I'm just gonna fry it, just to cook it, and then I'm gonna cut it in small pieces, and then I'm gonna be cooking it down with some baked beans, and then I'm gonna be cooking my callaloo separately, so I'll be serving both with the fufu. All right, I'm soaking that pot. All right, let's get the stove on. All right, so over here I have an array of herbs and seasonings. I have some green onions, which we call scallions. I have some fresh thyme, a piece of onion, some tomatoes, and of course a baby bell pepper right here. But I still have some baby bell all cut up on the side here too. So I'm using this for both the callaloo and the baked beans and the sausage that, well, it's not baked beans. Yeah, same thing, vegetarian beans. So I'm just going to put on my gloves in the name of cross-contamination. Because when you touch up meat and them things, and you touch everything else in the kitchen. All right, so I'm just going to wait. Much water in the pot, man. Sure, it take too long to dry out. So I'm just waiting on till that pot dries down, and then I am going to just cook my chicken sausage, and then I'm going to be cutting them across. Good morning, Paulette and Karine. Good morning. Good morning, Michelle. Welcome to the live. So guys, while the pot is getting hot, let me give away a prize. So I'm giving away the bar mop towels first. It's a set of 6, and may the best person win. So this week, I'm not going to tell you which day, I posted something that I had for dinner. Who can tell me real quick in the chat? Who can type in the chat and tell me real quick what I posted? What I posted for dinner. I posted it earlier this week. I'm not going to tell you which day. Today's the last day of the week. I'm not going to tell you which day, but I posted something for dinner. If you can tell me what I posted, you win this 6 set of bar mop towels. Okay? Real quick in the chat. I want some nice quality towels for the kitchen. Hurry up. YouTube, Facebook. Come on, guys. Come on, Carlene. You're up in on my TikTok. You know I'm going to post all the while. Come on. Come on, guys. Type it in the chat. All right, I'm waiting. I'll be patient. Let my pot get hot. She said chicken lo mein. Paulette got it. Paulette got it. Yes, it was indeed chicken lo mein. It was indeed chicken lo mein. And Paulette, you win this nice set of quality. And then when I say the quality is great, the quality is great. And it's by Huntington Home, 100% cotton. So let's give it up for Paulette. She got the answer. Miss Joyce, you typed too slow, man. Miss Joyce gave the right answer, but she typed too slow. So Paulette got it on Facebook because I was looking on both platforms. Okay, so let's give it up for Paulette. She won these bar mop towels. All right, so my pot is hot. I still have 2 prize giveaways. So I'm using some avocado oil today, guys. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna put my sausage in the oil. It's very hot. We don't want it burned. Just put this in the sink. So we're just gonna leave it there until it's cooked. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it across. I'm going to cut it across. So while this is cooking, guys, I'm just going to cut up my tomatoes right there in the meantime. Let me get another knife. Just going to cut them. Oh, the knife is so dull. No, so this knife needs to be sharpened. Let me get the yellow knife because I know I just sharpened the yellow knife the other day, so it's supposed to be sharp. Okay, yeah, my yellow knife is sharp. Guys, I hate dull knife in the kitchen. All right, guys, I'm browning my chicken sausage. I'm just cutting my grape tomatoes in 2 or 3s so they can be in small pieces. And I'm just going to cut this baby bell right here. All right, so I'm going to cut up some onions as well. You know, sometimes, guys, when you're cutting up the onions and you don't want to cut the middle part because it's hard. Yeah, I don't use the middle part either. But if I'm blending up my seasoning, I'll just throw everything in. I don't care. All right. All right, let's check out the chicken sausage. Yes, guys. So my next prize giveaway. She said yellow knife. Wow. Yeah, I have every color knife and I'm gonna draw all red. Let me see if I can find the red one. I have every color, Audrey. I love green, but I like colors too. I got red. I got, what's this, blue. I got varieties. Okay. Let me turn up the fire a little more. If I see it's burning, I keep turning it down. But I want to make sure it's fully cooked. I want to make sure it's fully cooked. I don't want a raw chicken sausage in here today. I'm even making some holes so it penetrates it. I'm even making holes in it, guys, so it penetrates it. So we want to make sure it's fully cooked. Alrighty. So while that is cooking, I'm just going to cook a little bit of the callaloo in this pot right here. Let me turn the fire on. So because this callaloo is already in the can, guys, I'm just going to fry up some seasoning, incorporate it, add a little adobo, a little cilantro, a little parsley, and a little garlic. You don't need a lot. Matter of fact, I should add some real garlic to it. Let me get some garlic from the refrigerator. Let me get a little piece of garlic from the refrigerator. All right, let me garlic grater. Garlic grater, where are you? My garlic grater. All right, I can use this. That's good enough. I have many garlic graters. All right. So I think my chicken sausage is cooked, guys. It's telling me that it's cooked. I can see that it's cooked. I'm turning on my fire low so it's soak a little bit more. And then I'm going to cook a little bit of callaloo in it. I'm not going to do the whole can because it's a lot. I don't want so much. So I'm just going to be using some all the way. Let me get a spoon. I'm just gonna be adding some of these. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna put the something without the island on the pot. Whee! So I'm using a little avocado oil, guys. This one is finished. Of course, I have my backup bottle over here. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. A little goes a long way. All right, so I'm just going to add some seasoning to this little pot right here. Let's add some onions. So you don't need a lot. All right, guys, so my chicken sausage is ready. It's ready like Freddy. So I'm going to take it out. I'm just going to rest it on this plate right here. And then I'm going to be cutting in a minute. Let me turn the stove off. So, right here, I'm just frying up some seasoning, and then I'm going to put my callaloo in, and then I'm going to grate some garlic in it and add some thyme. So I was hoping that I would get fresh callaloo somewhere. I checked the Korean stores. I couldn't find any. So somebody recommended this one in the can. I hate canned callaloo. I really do. But because I chose to make this dish today, I said, okay, let me just use this. Let me just use this one. All right, let me grate up some garlic in this. Don't want too much. It's a big piece of garlic this. Just a little goes a long way. Oh, this color will look good. So I'm going to add a little adobo. A little cilantro. A little parsley. And of course, piece of thyme. Just the leaves. I don't want the stem in it. All right, so we're good to go with the callaloo. So I'm just going to turn my fire down and let it simmer. Instead of using black pepper, I'm going to use some pepper flakes. Where are my pepper flakes? Oh, it's right here. No? Well, do I put my oh, mom will take the pepper flakes and I put it back. So I'm using a little pepper flakes just to add a little heat instead of the black pepper. Because from somebody tell me say black pepper give them gallstone, and the doctor said not to use black pepper. I use black pepper but sparingly, all depends. Like when I'm frying fish, yes. Yes. All right, so let me cover this little pot right here. Let my little callaloo steam. Let me clean off my counter a little bit, my stove a little bit. Let me get some wipes. Because I don't like when stove dirty when I'm cooking up. You know, I'm going to keep it really right here. Hate when my stove is dirty. Alright guys, so I'm going to cut up my my chicken sausage. And I'm going to fry it up with these seasonings right here. And then I'm going to add my I'm going to add my, what you call it, vegetarian beans, which we call baked beans. I'm going to be using the same oil, but not all of it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take some paper towel, sop up some of the oil, and then I'm going to be using the rest of it because the oil is still good. So this is how we do it. To take out some of the oil out your pot, just get a piece of paper towel, just sop up some of it, and get it to the right amount of oil you wish to use. Okay. So that's good for me. Very little. Alrighty. Turn my stove back on. I'm going to throw in my seasoning in a minute. I'm going to put my seasoning in a minute. She said, ask question from your Easter cooking list. Oh, yes. Good idea. Good idea. Good morning, Kemar. How are you? Welcome to the live. Let me turn on my Callaloo fire so it not burn up. All right. So I can smell the pot getting hot already because remember, it was just hot. So I'm just going to fry up these seasoning, cut up the chicken sausage in it, throw this in, fry it up. And we're ready to go with our African fufu this morning. Yes, I don't have soups like the Africans, but I have something gooey, some greens, and we have some gooey stuff over here to eat with our fufu. And guess what? I'm going to be eating it with my hand. And I don't know if you are familiar why they use a particular hand to eat their food. Most times, if they're right-handed, you don't find them eating with the right hand because they said that the right hand, they use it in the bathroom. So they don't use the same hand that they use in the bathroom to eat. They use the other hand. If they're a lefty, then they use this hand to eat. So they switch it depending on which hand, you know. If they're ambidextrous, like they use both hands, I don't know how they work that. But that's what I was told from someone from their culture. All right, my pot's hot, Mrs. Smoker, come outside. My seasoning drop of wrong, you know, but me now take it out. I think this one a little bit more oil in. I'm going to take out too much oil out of the pot. Just a little. Watch, I'm going to forget to cut this grape tomato right there. It looks like cherry. It looks like a nice ripe cherry in the pot. All right, it's melting away. Thank God. All right, so saute all my seasoning. Let me get my spoon rest. All right, so I'm gonna cut up my chicken sausage. Woo! It's hot. Alright guys, so I'm going to remove my glove. So now that I stopped touching up the chicken, I'm going to remove my glove. Alright, I think the callaloo ready, so I turned off the stove. Let's turn on my fire. Let's add some sweet and sour to this. So I'm using a little Burman sweet and sour sauce just to nice it up. And then I'm going to put my beans in. So I'm just going to mix this down. Ooh, this just look and smell good. Woo! It's happy. Turn up the fire a little bit more. Guys, this looks so good. This looks so yummy. Oh, wow. All right, so I'm going to season the pot now. So, Miss Joyce said, oh. So I'm going to add a little garlic plus teriyaki, sweet garlic teriyaki. And then I'm going to add a little roasted garlic butter. And then I'm going to add some cilantro. Some parsley to taste. And of course, we need a little heat. I'm going to add a little crushed pepper. Not much. All right, so let's stir this bad boy around. Let's put it on high heat. Just leave it a little bit, make it simmer. And then I'm going to give away these 2 other prizes. As Audrey said, ask questions about Easter. All right, guys. So last year, guys, I made Easter buns. I fried fish. I fried festival, bammies, breadfruit, whatnot for Easter, for caterings. But there is one particular thing that I baked that was out of the norm. Who can tell me on this live? Who can tell me on this live what I baked which was out of the norm? Real quick. Type it in the chat. And you win one of my Pyrex candle Pyrex dish. Now, this is a great gift, guys, when you're frying fish. You just burn the 2 wicks right here, and it smells up the whole place. When the candle is all burnt out, then you could use this and bake in, or you could use it to eat your snacks, or you could use it for so many different things. Yes, you could use it for so many different things. So, who could tell me real quick what I made out of the norm? And I have been advertising it too, guys. So it's easy. It's easy. Carrot bun. Yes, Stephanie got it. Stephanie got it. Stephanie, at what am I win now? You win one last week, right? If I can remember well. So you won 2 different flavors. Stephanie got it right. It's carrot bun. Carrot bun is out of the norm. Nobody ever be a carrot bun, but we came up with that recipe last year, and we will be continuing to make carrot buns this year. So, congratulations, Stephanie. You just won this candle Pyrex. The yellow one. Let me drink a little bit of my tea. Jesus, the tea cold. Tastes good, but it's cold. All right, guys. So, I'm burning up my goo here. I turn off the stove. It's ready to go. It's nice and gooey. It almost looks like African soup. So let me just clean up this area a little bit. My sink is full of dirty stuff. Oh my God. Let me get some disinfecting wipes. Clean up a little bit before we could display our food. Take this up, put this in the fridge. All right, so my counter is almost ready. All right. So I'm going to be displaying my food in this nice big platter right here. Okay, let me wash my hands because you know chemical is on the wipes. And if I'm going to be using my hand to eat the fufu, my hands have to be really clean. No chemicals. All right. Let me get a nice fork. And let me get a spoon. Oh. Me say, anytime swine wash dishes, you know, the spoon and the fork going on around the place. All right, guys, so the food is ready. I just washed my hands and let's do this. So let's open the first fufu. So it's all set, guys. It looks like a big, nice boiled dumpling. It looks like a nice Jamaican cornmeal boiled dumpling. You know the one that where they make a country, the cartwheel? It looks just like that. And here is fufu number 2. So this is how the Africans make it, guys. I think in Africa they use like a cheesecloth or something to put it in. So this one is kind of a little bit. So I think I'm going to be tasting the smallest one. All right. So the fufu is ready like Freddy. Let's see how we're going to plate it now. We have to find a nice way to plate this. Should I put the beans on one side and the callaloo on one side? I think I want to do that. Oh wow, this look good. It smell good too. That I want to tell her now. All right, so we have some goo on one side to eat with our fufu. Yes. Get a fork for the callaloo. Also, this too hot. I forgot it's a cast iron pot, guys. So I have to put on a mitten. Oops, we don't want to mess up the fufu. All right, so before we taste this for you guys, I want to give away the next prize. So, who can tell me one of the seasoning that I use to fry my fish for Easter? That's easy. One of the seasoning that I use. If you could tell me one of the seasoning that I use, you win the next candle. And the next one is a very nice flavor. It's coffee and walnut cake flavor. So if you're frying fish in your house and you light this thing, it fumigates the whole place, and it takes out the scent. No, I don't use black pepper too much. I want the main ingredient, one of the main ones. That's the answer I'm looking for. Camera, go sit down. Season to the bone. Season to the bone seasoning. There's such a seasoning. Come on, guys. Come on. I use it every time. I even use it just now. Wanna slow you, man? I just use it. Come on, you type fast. I just use one of the seasonings. It's on my counter. Come on, I'm literally giving away the answer. I use it to fry my fish. Adobo. Stephanie, Stephanie won 2 of these today, guys, because Stephanie typed the fastest. I'm sorry. Stephanie won. Adobo is one of the main ingredients that I use to fry my fish. People ask me, why your fish tastes so good? I don't use salt. That's what I use. It has everything in it. It does. It really does. All right, guys. So let's give it up for Stephanie. She won 2 candles today. And Paulette and Corinne won the bar mop towels, which is a very interesting gift. All right, guys. So I'm going to touch up everything. So I'm going to go wash my hand again, because I'm going to use my hand to eat my fufu the way the Africans do it. They use their hand. So I use this hand back here. So I cannot use this hand to eat, because I have to respect their culture or their tradition. So I've got to use this hand. Okay? I'm not ambidextrous. I'm going to be using this hand. So let me wash hands again. Come on, make sure some hand clean before I put it in my mouth. All right. One last time washing my hands before I touch this fufu. Okay, guys. So here is my presentation. I have 3 fufus here. I have some cooked up callaloo. I have some cooked up chicken sausage and vegetarian beans. So that's what I'll be eating with my fufu today. And of course, I left some for Twine when him come. All right. Oh, I forget another onion. I'm going to use. Jesus. All right, guys. I have to put on the plate to do it. So they pick. Lord, it's sticky. They pick like this from the fufu. And then they put it in the soup. And they pick like this. And then they put it in. Watch your piece of time. And then they put it in their mouth. Mmm. Guys, this is delicious. I'm sorry, but I have to wipe off my hand. I'm not used to eat with my hand. I'm going to try the callaloo now, guys. So now, guys, I understand why they don't put any seasoning in the plantains or the yams or whatever fufu they're making. Whatever soups or stews they make to go with it, the taste, the natural taste of it complements the seasoned goo-goo what they have in the bowl. So now I see why they don't put anything in it. It would definitely change the taste. Why I can't eat with my hand and I'm sorry. I was raised different. I have to keep this wipe off my hand. I can't laugh. I cannot eat with my hand. Mel, I mess up my clothes. Tell her drop a ground. So this is the way them lick them finger too, guys. You ever see them lick them finger? I have to lick my finger because this is indeed delicious. It's indeed delicious. But I won't be eating the rest with my hands, of course, guys. I'm eating with a fork. So, so guys, piece of time getting on my mouth. So guys, this dish came out extremely delicious, tasty. You should try it. It's all natural. It's just plantain that we blended in the blender and we cooked it on the stovetop, and that's what made the fufu. And of course, you saw how I cooked up all of this, and it is indeed delicious. So, guys, I think I've gone over my time. I've been on live over an hour. I try not to go over the hour, but I was busy making this special dish for all of you guys this morning. Good morning, Angela. What are you making, Easter bun? Angela, Audrey, tell her for a minute, please. She just wake up. So, guys, I gotta run away and leave you right now. It was nice rapping with you guys this morning. Next week, who knows? I might make a Greek dish, because Celie's Kitchen is not just Jamaican food with a twist, but it's international. I have to cater for everyone, because if you want to grow your business, you have to be able to make a variety of dishes: Italian, Mexican, Greek, whatever. And thank God I know how to make some African dishes. You saw how this one came out this morning. Maybe the next time I want to try another African dish, I might make one of those soups with the various things in it, and the okras and the way they make it with the palm oil and all of that. But that's for another time. But it was nice having all of you on both platforms this morning. And thanks to all the winners who participated. And for those of you on the live who have not gotten your gifts, I have it there. And I promised myself this week, I'm going to start dispersing the gifts so I could get space in my living room, because the bag is getting bigger. Some of the prizes are for people who won in Jamaica. So I have to find a way to get it to them. So guys, thanks for joining the live this morning. And guys, if you like what we're doing in Celie's Kitchen, support us. Go on our YouTube platform, visit our store. We have an online store. Just search in YouTube and you will see community, store, playlist. Click on store. It will take you to our merch store. Buy a Jamaican t-shirt, buy a Celie's Kitchen apron. Support the cause because we give back to you guys. So if you want to send us some funds, our funds link, it's in, I think it's in the chat. It's $Celie45 Cash App. If you want to send us some supers on YouTube, please feel free to do so. If you want to send us some stars on Facebook, please feel free to do that because we want to give you more interesting gifts. Yes, we want you to win some more prizes. We want you to participate. So guys, as Jamaicans would say, walk good. So I want all of you on this live platform this morning, Facebook and YouTube, to walk good and take care of yourself. All right, God bless. Ooh.